Hello, everybody. On this Friday afternoon, I see people have joined us from all over the internet. It's so great to have you all here. For those who are new to this webinar series, my name is Chetan Singh. I am the manager training here at SCC Online, and right now I'm streaming live from my comfort of my home. So, that being said, I hope everyone is doing mentally and physically okay, considering that the phase that we're going through. I hope you're all keeping yourself occupied, busy, and learning new things, which is what we are also aiming to do through these live webinars. To continue teaching you things that you can use not only right now, but also even when this quarantine period is over, we this webinars are aimed for that purpose only. So, what is this webinar about? Today's webinar will introduce you to my SCC Online section, wherein you can organize and save your own research in SCC Online folders. Along with that, we will also talk about the much awaited case compilation feature, which is also known as the compendium creation feature, wherein you'll be able to consolidate paper books with the sequentially numbered pages and with an automatically generated index. Those of you who are those of you who are coming for the first time for this webinar, I would suggest you can go and have a look at the last two webinars. Once this webinar is over, that is already available on our YouTube channel, so you can update yourself with that. So I'm gonna pick it up from where we left the last time. We were at word search. So I click on word search, and I've already done a research, so I'm going to pick up my research from there, from this drop down menu. So I'm looking for cases on compensation in respect to illegal detention by police. So I click on this. Now we remember, just to recap, we remember that near feature was used to ensure that these two words are coming together in a sentence in the proximity of 10 words. We can see it over here. Near means 10 words. So we are going with that. Illegal detention, because there are two words, we're putting double inverted commas to ensure that illegal detention is coming together. And whenever we are writing the word near, we have to click on Boolean operator. So that's what we've done. And we now click on search. Now, once we click on search, uh, this will automatically look for the combination of compulsion and illegal detention in the entire database. Now, we all have gone through this three column structure. So we got 340 results, giving a bifurcation of from where all we have got these documents from. So international courts, Supreme Court of India, foreign courts, and so on and so forth. We got the middle section, so whatever that gets selected, whatever we select in the first column gets displayed in the second column. D signifies a digest note. 3 signifies how many judges was part of the quorum. And subsequently, what we select over here get displayed over there on the third column. Now we are just on a small recap of what we learned in the last webinar. Now let's get to how can we make our own research and save our research. Usually what happens is whenever we are doing a research, we end up taking a printout, we end up saving a true printout or a file onto our system. Sometimes we do also make notes in our diaries. But the challenge comes in when we are traveling or when we are not at our office or at home, or we don't have access to our these devices, or for that matter diary, and we want to access that particular information. In those times, I think uh, we always wish that we have someone sitting at home who can, we can just call up and give us the information. But that is not the case always. So to curb that issue and to address it, we have come up with this SCC or my SCC online folders, wherein you can save your documents, save your all your research documents into your folder, and you can access it from any part of the world, because all these folders will be kept on the SCC Online server, which means all you need is a device, a mobile phone, tablet, or a laptop, and yeah, internet for sure. And you log in with your SCC Online ID and password, and you can access all that information that you have saved for yourself. So now let's get with how can we save those documents. Now, what we see over here is we have a couple of entries. Now, the one on the right hand side is the digest note, because we already know it says D over here. So it's a digest note. Now, I can save this into my folder. How do I save it? Now, for that, I need to click on this icon. This icon, as you hover it around, hover it over this icon, it says add to my SCC Online Folders. Now, for that, if I just do one single click on it, it says add to my folder. So I've already made a folder out here. It says illegal detention compensation. However, if you are making it for the first time, obviously this folder would not be there. You have to click on change folder option. You'll see a list of all the folders if you have created all these folders. Otherwise, my folder would be the only folder which will be displaying in your screen. Now, in order to create a new folder, you can click on my folder and you can click on new folder. And you can change it. So I can just write webinar test and enter. Now this folder has just been created. However, for the sake of this webinar, I have already created illegal detention composition because that's what we are searching for. So I'm going to select this folder, not the new one. I can just show you where the new one is. So it's right over here, webinar test. But we're going to go with our search, that is illegal detention composition. Select folder. That folder is displayed over here. I can click on OK. Now when I click on OK, it gives me this option, note already exists in the destination folder. This is a automatic notification, that automatic AI that we have built into this thing, because when you're doing a research, a lot of times you'd end up saving the same document twice onto your machine. But with this feature of my SCC Online Folder, if you have already saved a document in the past, it will just prompt you saying that you're not required to do the same thing again because it's already there in the folder. But let's go ahead. Let's try adding another folder. So let's try this one. So I click on folders, say OK. So it says document added successfully. So like this, you can keep on adding judgments, articles for that matter, whatever that you feel that is relevant to your results or to your research, you can simply add it to your folder. Now, the question comes in, how do I access this folder? So for that, we have made a separate section altogether. So for that, next to the dashboard icon, there are three guys sitting together. We call it My SCC Online, and you just go right over there and click on View. Now we're just clicking on the view. It'll give you the information in the same manner that we are used to, the three-column structure. So just to ensure that it's the same layout for all the screens, so you're not really worried about that what is this new screen all about. So it's the same uniformity that we have maintained. I can see in few chats people are asking questions. Like the usual method that we all follow, that been following from last two webinars as well. In the last 10 minutes, we'll open the open the platform for question answers. So I'll be able to answer your questions at that point of time. Okay, thank you. So now when we come over here, you'll see the folders are right over here. All the folders. So these are a lot of dummy folders that I've created during my trainings. Now, there it is. So it says illegal detention compensation. By default, the last folder that you have created, it just stays over there. Just give me a second. I think. Okay. Yeah. So once I come over here, now all the folders, all the documents that I saved in this folder are stacked right over here. Okay. Now comes the second part of these folders. See, a lot of times when we are preparing for a case or for a matter, we are working in groups. We are working with our colleagues, and sometimes we are also when we are working on a matter, you have to do the research and share it with your seniors. In those scenarios, when you're working with your colleagues or your team members, you do not want that the case that you are working on, the other colleague is also investing his or her time on that. So the option of sharing a folder comes in place. So let's suppose I'm on this screen, and as you could see, it is option of share. So if I click on this share folder, it gives me a list of all the members, all the colleagues that are there in my group. So like I can click on, let's say, Amit. So I can give him rights of this folder. Can he only view it, or can he also modify it? When I say modify, that means he can also add or delete a folder. View only, he can only view what I have added or what others have added into this folder. The beauty of this sharing a folder is that you can share it with a lot of people, and you can all work collaborate. You can all collaborate and work together. So for now, let's say I say Akansha, so I can modify, apply. Now it's a folder in legal composition sharing updated. We close it, and now you'll see a small icon right over here. There's a small icon going outwards. That means you have shared this folder with someone. If you see it the other way around, the arrow pointing inwards, that means someone has shared the folder with you. Now, once we are done with this, now, like what we saw a few minutes back when I was trying to add a document to the folder, I said the document already added. So the same, no, the same pop-up or same message account. So that ensures that there is no duplicacy happening. Moving to the next one, I can click. Now coming to the second option, action. Now in this, I can copy a note from this folder and move it to a different folder. So I can put a same judgment, a same document into two folders by making a copy option. So I click on copy. Okay, that's right. I have to save. I have to select one document at least. So I say copy, and there you see there's a list of all the folders. I can click on any of the folder. Let's say webinar test, and say copy. Now this is also being copied over there. Yeah. Similarly, I can go to the next option, that is move to. Now, like what copy does, it ensures that the document is there in both the folders. Compared to the move folder, if I click on the move folder, it will move that particular document out of this folder and put it into the new one, which right now we don't plan to do. So I close this part. Then delete. Obviously, we all know about the delete, what needs to be done. Print summary. Now, a lot of times, let me just select this. A lot of times, you are in a hurry, and you only want a synopsis of the cases that you have shortlisted for your case. So you click on print summary, and within no time, you'll get the entire list of the cases that you have put in your folder, and it will also give you this, that what does A means, B means, D, digest note, judgment, notifications. So you're not really confused when you're looking at these legends, D2, D3, and all stuff. So that's been taken care of here. And let me just go back. Yes. So that's a print summary. What next? You can take a true printout. So let's suppose I have this judgment, and I go over here and I say true printout. Within no time, I'll get the true printout of this document in front of me. So right over here, we discussed about this true printout in the last session. What does this mean and how does it work? So those who have any questions about it, please do. You can ask me the questions answer round, or you can just simply go and have a look at the previous webinars. Yeah. Okay. Now, one more feature which is right over here. That's the most important, and I think the most awaited feature that we know, that is case compilation feature, and also known as the compendium feature. I'll just come over here in a bit. Okay, I'll move to this one. Now this is set custom orders. Now this is a digest note on the first, right? I want this judgment of Amol to be on the top, right? I don't want to pronounce his last name because I might just pronounce it in an incorrect manner. So it's better I just call Amol, leave with last name. I click on this, yeah. It's giving me the entire list of all the documents that I've saved in this folder. So now I can click on this one and say move to the top. There we go, and say save and close. Now it will automatically rearrange the documents, and I have the judgment of Amol on the top, and rest of the digest notes and other things have remained the same. I can sort this entire list by the quorum, or I want to see the latest judgment on the top. All that can be done. Yeah. Okay, let's go back to the custom. Now comes the most important part that we are really excited about, and I'm sure a lot of people who are giving rather me their important time. uh, I think 15-20 minutes of yours in this webinar will save at least couple of hours, and I think the headache of creating all the compendium with this feature. So let's get with this. So I go to action, and I go to the last feature, that is create case compilation. Yeah. Now before I do that, I need to select all the entries, all the documents that I want in my compendium. Right now I've selected all, or I can be selective about one and leave the other 4 or 5. Go over there, say case compilation. Now the list is here. Again, I can still rearrange this, what I showed you in the previous feature. I can still do it. If I don't want to do it in the research part, but only want to do it in the compendium, I can also do that. Yeah. So I click over here. Let's say I say bring it up, bring it up. One more. That's good enough. Now I can also remove it. Don't have to go back. I can select my page that when I want the printout of this particular thing. Yes, you heard me correct. You can also take a printout of this compendium. Yeah. So I can select that do I want this entire thing on an A4 style or illegal. For now, I'll go for A4 and create. Click on the button create, and that's about it. I'm sure a lot of you who have not seen this feature would be surprised with the ability that we have given you with this feature. Right now, there are two things getting arranged. One is table of contents, which will be an index, and the documents. Now, surprisingly, as we all know that whenever you're making a compendium, you need to number those pages in a sequential manner. Now, I'm sure we can all do that, but with SCC, it's all about saving time. And if we can do it all at one place, and which is a foolproof plan, which is a foolproof process, I think that is something we'll all appreciate. Now, depending on the length, depending on the number of documents that you have selected in your compendium, this will take some time. And also depending on the internet speed, considerably. I'm connected to, I think, I'm sorry, I'm connected to my mobile hotspot today. So probably that's the reason we have this lag of compendium getting load up. What I can also do is I can go back to the compendium and oh, it's getting made right now. It's right over there. So it can get made. In the meantime, while it's getting made, I can just have a look at any questions that we have with the number of judgments saved in my folder, company law at very time. Is there any method to do it? Okay, I think it's gonna take some time. I'm gonna go back, yeah, and try creating it again, and probably this time with lesser folders. And there we have it, and legal compendium. Okay, so I think it was just got stuck, but now when I came to my case compilation, it's already there, it's showing over there. So, and how do I get to my case compilation? Simple. I went to view, and we got into that three column structure that we already know of. All the folders are there. You keep scrolling down, and then there is a entry which says my case compilation, and all your case compilations would be stacked over there. You click on illegal detention composition. That's what we have selected for this example, for this webinar. So table of content. Now remember, Amol was the first case that we selected, right, wherein I left the last name, and the other case, and so on and so forth. All the 10 documents are available over here. Now this table of content or index, as we may call it, you can edit it. You can increase the text, you can decrease it, you can, like as per your convenience, if you want to highlight a particular thing, you want to bold it, it gives you all that, it'll all give you all that, facilities over here and the rights. So you're not really worried about that it's too small. So, and you can highlight it. Now over here it says the first document that we are looking at is starting from page number 1 going till page number 3, because from page number 4 Sachinandarat De is has his own document starting from there, and so on and so forth. Now let's we go for the documents. If I click on the documents, you'll see that the true printout has been placed over here for Amol Kadu case, page number 1. This is what we were talking about. The sequencing has already been done for you. Page number 2 for this case. Page number 3, and on page number 4 we'll have a new case, and that's what it is. Going further down, so this sequencing is done for you, and right from page number 9 the new case has been started, so that's available to you. And this is a digest note, and so on and so forth. So this is the entire my SCC Online folder option. You can make multiple use of it. There is no limit to in creating your folders. So you can add as many folders as you want. You can access it at any point of time, and this should, I think, empower you with a lot of new possibilities that you can go ahead and start saving your documents in it. Now, having said that, I'm going to open the webinar for questions and answers round. So I would request everyone who wants to ask any question or have any question, we can answer that right away. Yeah, those who have asked questions in the chat earlier, I would request you all to, if you can just ask again, because it'll be easier and convenient for me to just go through the new ones. Yeah. Okay. Raja Sekaran, a great feature, case compilation. It saves huge time, and with great presentation to the court. Absolutely, sir, and that's what I believe was the focus when we were creating this one. So I'm glad if you're liking it. Thank you. Really useful. Okay, Mr. S. Rao. Thank you, sir. Really appreciate this. Uh, any other question that you might have on this case compilation, or how to save folders, or anything more that you would like to know, you can ask questions. We are here to answer those. While I'm waiting for the question answer round, I can also request everyone to subscribe to the YouTube channel, because the moment we go live on YouTube, you will get a if you're subscribing to it, you will get a notification that we have uploaded a new video, or we're going live. So you get the notification on the real time basis. Uh, so, can we share the folders to another advocate friend who has subscription with SCC Online? Unfortunately, this sharing feature is only and only restricted to the group users. So, if you're a group member, then you can share it within your group. Otherwise, for individual customers, you cannot share the folders. Can we download my folders on desktop? Certainly you can, but not the entire folder. You can save the documents from here. Like, oh, I think I just I just left one part of it, talking about the my folders. In case you want to take a print out of the case compilation, you click on this icon over here. Yeah, print case compilation. And within no time you'll get the table of content, a PDF file, which what we had done something with this name, so it is operating a bit differently. And then the page 1, 2, and 3 and 4, and this can be saved from here, or you can simply take a printout. That's all is possible over here, because this is a PDF view that we are looking at. Yeah. Okay, coming back to the question. uh, okay, let me just go back. Mm, So Sandeep Mehta, you cannot download the all the folders on your desktop, but certainly you can save individual documents that you have made available over here by clicking on the document and then clicking on save option. It will get you save individually, but not the entire folder. Uh, Thanks for the demonstration. Anytime, Ms. Perry, Mr. Perry. Manav, sometimes we have to page number the index as well. Is it possible for us to change the starting page number so as to incorporate the numbering for the index? Not really, Manav. I believe in the code, index is a separate page altogether. And for now, I think index is what we are adding to it. But I think it's a good suggestion. We can give that an option that if the index is running into a couple of pages, then you might want to go for this. So let me just also write it as a feedback. Index should given a page number. So I can't really, right now I can't really help you with that. But yes, we can take this as a feedback. Thank you, Manav. In section-wise search, each enactment doesn't. Mr. Mudgal, right now we are. I would really appreciate if we can just stick to the case compilation and the my SCC folder, because we'll be coming for the case-wise search in the upcoming webinars. Then I can probably address that. This is a great feature and it saves time, and also required by the code. Need compilation have their own extra impressions. Absolutely, Harmony, totally, and I think it sends out a very very strong, impression or a message to the code that you are serious about work, and you're not you're just being very organized with your cases, and you're not wasting time of the code as well. So certainly. So can we select only relevant pages of the judgment for the compendium? Siddharth, not really. In case you want to have a particular pages, then you can always go for a copy paste feature and then add it into this folder, or add it to your personal folder. Okay. Need compassion of their own. Okay, beautifully explained. Thank you, Ashish. How to find out the judgment was overruled. Sanchita, the overruled part I had covered in the last webinar, which was about word search. So you might want to go over there and have a look at it. And usually have a look at the screen. So usually next to the document, usually it'll be a digest note over here. So D and the number. And next to over here, right over here, there'll be a red exclamation mark, which will tell you that that this particular judgment has been overruled. But to have a better understanding of it, please go through the last webinar. It'll help you out with it. Uh, I think Shivain has the same question, so I've already answered that. Can you quickly show the indexing and compilation once again? How many you can rerun this? This video would be available on the YouTube, so you can rerun the entire video, and can simply have a look at the case compilation at your own pace. Yeah. What is digest note? Nirmal, digest note is the head note, a law point of the case that is created by the editorial staff, editorial team of SCC Online, which helps you get to know the law points of the entire case within like I think in a lesser time, and it's more organized rather than reading the full judgment. You just read the head note. So it's a concise information, concise law point of the case. I'm back with my old question. Is in case of multiple users, can I have multiple folders? Shiranga, I believe. Yeah, I remember you asking this question in the last one. Yes, in case of multiple users, you can have multiple folders. And right now, if you can see my screen, so criminal law, amendment of pleadings, ATC Gurgaon, and so forth. All these are multiple folders and has been shared with with my colleagues. So there are like 7 or 8 colleagues who are working with me on various topics, and that's how we be working. So you can certainly do that. Yeah. Uh, I have already asked question earlier. Please reply. Mr. Sanjeev Jori, could you please repaste your question over here because it'll be really difficult for me to go up and look for that. Is there a way to format the table of content in the compilation document to make the borders of the table visible? You can do a lot of things. This is for Shravya. Shravya, we shown that particular part over here. I'll just redo it for you. So there we have it, right? And you can do as many things as you want over here by increasing the size and formatting it down. You can make it bold, text size, all that can be done over here. Yeah. For doing I think, table, I'm sorry, the table is right over here. So you can increase the width and to, let's say, 1000. I think that should, oh, great. That is just doing that. But I think when you take a printout, it looks pretty fine. So I think Shravya, I can just have a look at how we can make the borders more visible. But usually when I take the printout, the borders are visible in the index. So, but have a look at it. Otherwise, I will be sharing my email ID as always in end of the webinar, so you can write to me directly. I have missed the initial session. Will this start again today or tomorrow? Naveen, this will be at your disposal on the YouTube. Once we're done with this webinar, this will stay there as a video, so you can rerun it as many times as you want. Ashita, how to get access to SCC Online? Ashita, if you're a law student, you can get in touch with you can ask your director or dean or your library in charge to get in touch with us, and we can do that. If you're an individual, you can simply give us a call on our toll-free number, which is available on the website, or you can write an email to us at sales, SALES, @scconline.com, and people will be able to help you out with that. Sandeep Mehta, I want entire document on case laws only. I want entire document on case laws only. Sandeep, if you want the entire document on case laws only, say it's basically what you add is what you get. So if you want to add only the case laws, I think you'll get only the case law. It depends on what you select. Yeah. Okay, Sonal, how can one modify the table of content head node to include court and the court name? Uh, this is a question from, who was it? Sorry, I lost the track of the question. Okay, I'm just trying to get back to the questions. Okay. So Sonu, how can you do that? The content in the yep. So you can simply write it over here. So table of content is right there. You can just put an enter to it and put the name like Supreme Court of India. I know I'm writing at the very at a wrong place, but you can simply write it over here as well. I think that's so. SC would makes more sense. Supreme Court, and then I can say it's a uh, mm, med, or like Guwahati, GAU, and High Court, and you can simply do that. And to make it a separate one, you can make it a bold, so it will be helpful for you. Yeah, hope that answers your question. Yes, you can. Okay, so that refers was to page 1 and page 21 of 100-page judgment and add only relevant pages to compendium. So that adding, you can just simply have a look at the entire, sorry, selecting pages. You cannot add a specific page. You can only add the entire document. So that's how it's going to be. Mohit, open the case via citation, party name, search, and look for red. Okay, Mohit is answering question. So I like the way how our community works. Each other people are answering questions. So till time I'm answering questions, people are in the comments are helping each other. That's a good one. Thank you, Mohit. How do I remove folder from my SCC Online compilation? Okay, so how do I remove my case compilation folder? Okay, again we go back to my folders, and this time we go to manage. Yeah, in manage we go to the case compilation folder. So I've created a couple of them. So I say Indian oil, and I say delete folder. It says, are you sure? I say yes, I'm pretty sure with this. And there we go. And over here, the Indian oil folder would have been taken care of. So that's how it needs to be removed. Okay, Mohit, you can go with the manage icon under client session. Okay, I believe Mohit is walking one step ahead of me. He's answering all the questions. Thank you, Mohit Singh. Can I answer one judgment? Can I transfer one judgment from save folder to another folder? Manish, please have a look at the this webinar again. We have already covered that part. You can arrange the document alphabetically, then generate the index. Okay. Hi, very useful yet. However, how to write the name of the court, judge, and the case title in the index page? Sonal, I've already answered that question. Yeah. Uh, yes, you can. Okay. Can you show the case comparison feature again? Sunil Matthews, you can rerun this video. You'll be able to see it, the entire video from the starting. The complete video would be available on YouTube, yeah, once we end this webinar. Print summary of the folders should also bear the heading of the folders. Heading of the folders, I couldn't really understand what you mean by heading of the folders. If you can just elaborate more onto that part, Sandeep Mehta. Can this case comparison could be mailed to a colleague or follow-up action? Sudhanshu, yes, you can also mail it. Like I said, you can uh, you can take a printout from you can take a generate a PDF from here. When you click on the this icon, a PDF will open up that I've already shown, and then it's become a document. That document can be saved or emailed to anyone anywhere. Can we amend the index and add a column indicating proposition and relevant paras numbers? Absolutely. We have talked about this. We've already showed about it. We talked about it. We've shown it to everyone. I'm sure you've seen that. How do I subscribe to your YouTube channel? Edwin, you can, while you're on this webinar, you'll see SCC Online written on the left side, and there'll be a subscribe icon on the right side, bottom below the video. Just click on subscribe, which is written in red, and there you go, you're subscribed. Okay, so can we add course title? I think we can add that. I've already answered that part. Can we also make own notes above the table of content? Can we see how that works? Okay, I think I've already answered that, but I'll just, for everyone's benefit, I'll just do it again. You can write your own documents. So this is the test for webinar. I'm sorry, webinar.
I beg your pardon.
Okay, no worries. And so on and so forth. So you can write your personal text over here. Basically, index is fully editable, so you can write anything. Yeah. Means J means judgment, and two is quorum strength. Absolutely, Mohit. Uh, then the table of content is editable format. Okay, thank you. Can we make a subfolder into folders? This is a question for SN Mudgul. Yes, you can make subfolders into folders. So while we were saying that you can create your folders, right? Let me just go back to my search. Yeah. So pick up my search again, go to case. So there are two ways to make a subfolder. I can go with one the traditional manner. I can just simply click on this and say change folder. And if I want a folder in the one that we are right now working at is this one, and I say new folder. So a folder will be made under the illegal detention folder. So basically, whatever folder that you click on, and then you say new folder, it just gets added. Initially, I had clicked on my folder and then click on new folder, so that's why it was coming as an individual folder. Yeah. Similarly, I can go to manage and do the same thing. New. Okay. It already has because this was a sharing folder, so I cannot do changes. So Amit Sikka. So I click on new folder. It gets added under the new folder, the subfolder Amit Sikka. Yeah. So one way is this, another way is going to this icon and saying manage and go with it. Uh, okay. Can I also, if I'm using my campus ID, can I share it with my batchmate using campus ID? Not really, Siddharth. It's only for the group users. Index can be numbered alphabetically. Yes, it can be. How to go to last webinar? Kishan, you can simply go to our, you're already on SCC Online channel, YouTube channel. You can click on the videos, and over there you'll get to see all the videos that we have uploaded. And just look for the starting with the word webinar. Yeah. Uh, Can be case comparison could be mailed to a colleague. Yes, it can be. I've already answered that. So can we have a relevant paras column in the table of content page? I'm afraid Edwin can't do that. Uh, in comparison indexing, can we get short note of judgment or any part which I would like to highlight? In compilation indexing, can we get to short note of judgment or any part which I would like to highlight? You can that if you're Romit, if you're trying to do that in the index, yes, you can do that. If you're trying to do it in the document part, you cannot select a particular paragraph and highlight and put it in that folder. The entire head note has to go, or the entire judgment or a document has to go in the folder. Yeah. But as far as the indexing is concerned, it's your playground. You can do whatever you feel like doing it. Yeah. Uh, Got it. Okay, admin is editable document. Okay, set copy. Can we also have articles or bare acts on this? Absolutely. You can, Raghav, you can add anything and everything into this folder. There's no restriction of what can be saved and what cannot be. Is there any feature to undo the folder which I've already have deleted a while ago? Not really, Nimit. Once you're deleting something, it does give you an pop-up asking for your confirmation that do you really want to delete it, and once you do that, it's just gone. Yeah. Okay, sir, and thanks for the valuable session. It's worthy. Thank you, Amardeep. Good demonstration, Prabhakar. Thank you, Prabhakar. Ramit, if I want to mention the relevant para numbers in the index, can I add the column which shows the relevant paras of the judgment? Absolutely. You can certainly do that. Romit, I'm sorry I couldn't really understand your question in the previous question. the previous comment. Let me just answer it, Ramit. Uh, so when we were there at the case compilation one, uh, there we have it. And you can simply write it over here itself. You can write it over here that uh, in this one, so I can say uh, page. So this is going from page 1 to 4. So page 3 and para 7, and do this. This will ensure that when you are talking to the judge, the lordship, or when you're submitting something, this can be done. So I think for all the members who've been asking this question that uh, how can I add a particular paragraph, or can I add a particular page from the document, I think this will come in handy for all of you. You can save the judgment, and then the page that is relevant to you, or you want to is relevant to your current case, you can put the page number and the para number, which is which you would like to cite, or which will also come in handy when you to the lordship, because he'll be also seeing, he or she will be seeing that this is the page number and this is the para number. Page number has already been numbered, so I will suggest when you're giving this page number, you're going with these page numbers, not the page numbers which are the original page numbers. Yeah, or you can simply write it over here. Okay, so I think that can some important para be highlighted and saved. I think Prakash, I have just answered that question. You cannot highlight and save it, but you can save the entire document and put the reference of that particular para in the index. Yeah. Okay, I think we are done with all the questions because I don't see any questions coming now. So we will conclude this session now. I wish all of you have a safe and right now and learning new things. And now we will see you on Friday, 4 p.m. with a new topic. Please go to SCC Online website and let me show it to you. You can subscribe to our YouTube channel. That's one way of getting yourself updated with the upcoming webinar trainings and all. Or similarly, at the same time, you can go to the website, scroll down to the last, and over here it says newsletter subscription. Your email address, just put in your email address over here. Click on subscribe. You'll get all the notifications in your inbox. Yeah. For anything specific, you can also email us at learning, learning, learning @scconline.com. Uh, or you can give us a call on our toll-free number, that is 1-800-102-7227. And now we updating the toll-free number, so the time to come, the new toll-free number will be 1-800-258-6310, which is visible on your screen. So thank you everyone for being a part of this wonderful session, and I hope to see you guys on Friday. Yeah, take care of yourself, and thank you.